Media Advisory, Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. National Institute of Health study finds distinct immune responses occur quickly when diets change. More research needed to determine health effects. Researchers at the National Institutes of Health observed rapid and distinct immune system changes in a small study of people who switched to a vegan or a ketogenic, also called keto, diet. Scientists closely monitored various biological responses of people sequentially eating vegan and keto diets for 2 weeks in random order. They found that the vegan diet prompted responses linked to innate immunity, the body's non-specific first line of defense against pathogens, while the keto diet prompted responses associated with adaptive immunity, pathogen-specific immunity built through exposures in daily life and vaccination. Metabolic changes and shifts in the participants' microbiomes, communities of bacteria living in the gut, were also observed. More research is needed to determine if these changes are beneficial or detrimental, and what effect they could have on nutritional interventions for diseases such as cancer or inflammatory conditions. Scientific understanding of how different diets impact the human immune system and microbiome is limited. Therapeutic nutritional interventions, which involve changing the diet to improve health, are not well understood, and few studies have directly compared the effects of more than one diet. The keto diet is a low-carbohydrate diet that is generally high in fat. The vegan diet eliminates animal products and tends to be high in fiber and low in fat. The study was conducted by researchers from the National Institute of Health's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, and National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NID, at the Metabolic Clinical Research Unit in the National Institute of Health Clinical Center. The 20 participants were diverse with respect to ethnicity, race, gender, body mass index, BM, and age. Each person ate as much as desired of one diet, vegan or keto, for 2 weeks, followed by as much as desired of the other diet for 2 weeks. People on the vegan diet, which contained about 10% fat and 75% carbohydrates, chose to consume fewer calories than those on the keto diet, which contained about 76% fat and 10% carbohydrates. Throughout the study period, blood, urine, and stool were collected for analysis. The effects of the diets were examined using a multi-omics approach that analyzed multiple data sets to assess the body's biochemical, cellular, metabolic, and immune responses, as well as changes to the microbiome. Participants remained on site for the entire month-long study, allowing for careful control of the dietary interventions. Switching exclusively to the study diets caused notable changes in all participants. The vegan diet significantly impacted pathways linked to the innate immune system, including antiviral responses. On the other hand, the keto diet led to significant increases in biochemical and cellular processes linked to adaptive immunity, such as pathways associated with T and B cells. The keto diet affected levels of more proteins in the blood plasma than the vegan diet, as well as proteins from a wider range of tissues, such as the blood, brain, and bone marrow. The vegan diet promoted more red blood cell-linked pathways, including those involved in heme metabolism, which could be due to the higher iron content of this diet. Additionally, both diets produced changes in the microbiomes of the participants, causing shifts in the abundance of gut bacterial species that previously had been linked to the diets. The keto diet was associated with changes in amino acid metabolism, an increase in human metabolic pathways for the production and degradation of amino acids, and a reduction in microbial pathways for these processes, which might reflect the higher amounts of protein consumed by people on this diet. The distinct metabolic and immune system changes caused by the two diets were observed despite the diversity of the participants, which shows that dietary changes consistently affect widespread and interconnected pathways in the body. More study is needed to examine how these nutritional interventions affect specific components of the immune system. According to the authors, the results of this study demonstrate that the immune system responds surprisingly rapidly to nutritional interventions. The authors suggest that it may be possible to tailor diets to prevent disease or complement disease treatments, such as by slowing processes associated with cancer or neurodegenerative disorders. VM link Differential peripheral immune signatures elicited by vegan versus ketogenic diets in humans. Nature Medicine DOI 10.138 S4191023 U7612024. Yasmin Belkade, PhD, former chief of the NIID Laboratory of Host Immunity and Microbiome, now president of the Institut Pasteur, Paris, France, is available to discuss this research. Kevin Hall, PhD, chief of the Integrative Physiology section in the NIDDK Laboratory of Biological Modeling, is also available to discuss this research. NIAID conducts and supports research at National Institute of Health throughout the United States and worldwide to study the causes of infectious and immune-mediated diseases, and to develop better means of preventing, diagnosing, and treating these illnesses. News releases, fact sheets, and other NIAID-related materials are available on the NIAID website. The NIDDK conducts and supports research on diabetes and other endocrine and metabolic diseases, digestive diseases, nutrition and obesity, and kidney, urologic, and hematologic diseases, spanning the full spectrum of medicine and afflicting people of all ages and ethnic groups. These diseases encompass some of the most common, severe, and disabling conditions affecting Americans. For more information about the NIDDK and its programs, see the NIDDK website. About the National Institutes of Health. National Institute of Health. National Institute of Health, the nation's medical research agency, includes 27 institutes and centers and is a component of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. National Institute of Health is the primary federal agency conducting and supporting basic clinical and translational medical research, and is investigating the causes, treatments, and cures for both common and rare diseases. For more information about National Institute of Health and its programs, visit www.nih.gov. National Institute of Health, turning discovery into health.